Okay, so in this video we're going to have a look at some negative unit circle questions. We'll do 2 examples with degrees and then 2 examples with radians. So if we have a look here at our first example, we've been asked to find sine of minus 2 pi over 3. First thing we note is that we're in radians, so just keep an eye out for that. So we'll convert to check our angle. So 2 times 180 over 3 into your calculator, and we get 120 degrees. Okay, our second step then is to draw a very quick sketch, just a rough sketch of our unit circle. And because it's a negative sign, it tells us we're going to start and move in a clockwise direction instead of our usual anti-clockwise movement. So if we start here, 120 is going to bring us into our third quadrant. It'll stop here, and we want our reference angle. So we know the angle here will be pi. So for us it's going to be pi minus 2 pi over 3. Pop that into your calculator. So pi minus 2 pi over 3 will give you 1 over 3 pi as your reference angle. And we know from looking here that only tan will be positive in our third quadrant, so we're going to have a negative answer. We go to our log tables. Our reference angle is pi over 3. We're dealing with sine, and there's our answer. So we get sine of 1 over 3 pi is equal to root 3 over 2, and now we return to our original angle. So sine of minus 2 pi over 3 is going to be equal to minus root 3 over 2, and that's part 1. Now if we have a look at part 2, we've been asked to find cos of minus 11 pi over 4. So our first step is we're going to convert our radians into degrees just to find our quadrant. So 11 by 180 divided by 4 is going to give us 495. Now we see that that's gone outside one rotation on our unit circle, so we need to reduce it back inside. Into your calculator, 495 minus 360, we get an answer of 135 degrees. We now consider that to be our original angle. We're just going to convert back into radians to continue on, so that gives us 3 over 4 pi. Again, quick sketch. So that tells us that we start and move clockwise. We go 3/4 of a degree and stop. And now we want our reference angle. We know pi is here, so it becomes pi minus 3 over 4 pi. Into your calculator will give you 1 over 4 pi as our reference angle. And we know now in our third quadrant only tan is positive. We have cos, so we're going to get a negative answer. And now we come across to our log tables. My reference angle is pi over 4. We're dealing with cos, so we get 1 over root 2. So we have cos of pi over 4. It's 1 over root 2. And now return to our original answer. Cos of minus 11 pi over 4 is going to be equal to, we know it'll be a negative answer, so minus 1 over root 2. And that's part 2 done for us. Now part 3 asks us to have a look at sine minus 30. Okay, first thing we'll do is our sketch. Back into degrees now, so no need to worry about converting. So for minus 30, we're going to start here, rotate around and stop. So in this case we actually have our angle. And again, we want C, A, S and T. So only cos will be positive in our fourth quadrant. So that tells us then that we're going to have a negative answer. 30 degrees is our reference angle. And now we go to our log table. So we're dealing with 30 degrees sine. That gives us a half. So sine of 30 degrees is a half. And return to your original angle now. So sine of minus 30 will be equal to minus a half. Okay, and then our last example, part 4, we're being asked to find sine of minus 225. Okay, so again, no harm for a quick sketch. And we're moving in a clockwise direction because of our negative. So we'll go past 90, 180, and stop. So this angle here is your minus 225 degrees. And we're looking for our reference angle here. So now we have a look, check if we're going to be positive or negative. Sine is positive in our second quadrant, so we're going to have a positive answer. We want to find our reference angle. So for us, 225 is going to be between 180 and 270. So it'll be 270 minus 225 into your calculator. Gives you 45 degrees as your reference angle. Okay, we know it'll be a positive answer. Come across here. The reference angle is 45 degrees. We're dealing with sine. And we're going to get 1 over root 2. So sine of 45 degrees is 1 over root 2. And now we return to our original angle. So sine of minus 225, we know it'll be positive, is equal to 1 over root 2. And there's those 4 examples.